Did you know that there are some habits that almost everyone does every day, yet they are quietly causing smartphone batteries to degrade faster? Many people think that battery wear is simply a normal part of using a phone for a few years. But the truth is that, in many cases, improper charging habits are the real reason batteries deteriorate quickly, drain unexpectedly, and lose a significant amount of their lifespan. What's surprising is that millions of people continue to repeat these mistakes every single day without even realizing it. Let's see if you're making one of them. Mistake number 1. Always trying to charge your battery to 100%. Many people feel uneasy if their phone battery is not completely full. As soon as they see 90%, 95%, or 98%, they want to keep charging until it reaches 100%. It sounds reasonable, but for modern lithium-ion batteries, keeping the battery at a full charge for long periods is actually not beneficial. When the battery reaches 100%, the voltage inside the battery is also at its highest level. If this happens frequently, the chemical reactions inside the battery occur more rapidly, causing the battery to age faster than normal. That is why many smartphone manufacturers now include a charging limit feature that stops charging at 80% or 85%. They do not do this to save electricity. They do it to help the battery last longer over time. So what is the best approach? If you do not need to use your phone continuously for extended periods, try to keep the battery level between 40% and 80%. This is considered the battery's comfort zone, helping reduce stress on the battery cells and significantly extending its lifespan. Mistake number 2. Leaving your phone case on while charging for hours. It may not sound like a big deal, but this is actually one of the hidden habits that can cause your phone battery to deteriorate faster, and most people never even think about it. Every time your phone is charging, it naturally generates heat. That is completely normal. The problem is this: if your phone is wrapped in a thick case or a material that traps heat, that heat has a much harder time escaping. Instead, it stays trapped inside the device. Imagine going for a run on a hot day while wearing a thick jacket. Your body would heat up very quickly. Your phone battery works in a similar way. The higher the temperature, the faster the chemical reactions inside the battery occur. Over time, this can cause the battery to age more quickly, lose capacity sooner, and experience a shorter overall lifespan. And it is not just the battery. Excessive heat buildup over long periods can also affect the performance and durability of other internal components. This is especially true for phones that support fast charging, as they typically generate considerably more heat during the charging process. So if you notice that your phone becomes noticeably warm while charging, try removing the case. It only takes a few seconds. But that simple step can significantly improve heat dissipation, reduce stress on the battery, and help extend the life of your phone for years to come. It is a small habit that very few people pay attention to, yet it can make a surprisingly big difference, one that your phone battery will definitely thank you for in the long run. Mistake number 3. Deliberately waiting until the battery is completely drained before charging. This is probably one of the most common pieces of battery advice that has been passed around for years. And it is also one of the biggest misconceptions that causes many people to unknowingly damage their phone batteries every day. A lot of people wait until their battery drops to 5%, 3%, or even until the phone shuts itself off before plugging it in. They believe that the battery needs to be fully discharged in order to last longer. It sounds reasonable, but with modern lithium-ion batteries, the reality is exactly the opposite. Imagine forcing someone to run a marathon when they have almost no energy left. Their body would have to work much harder. Your phone battery works in a similar way. When the battery level becomes extremely low, the battery cells are forced to operate under greater stress than normal. A single occurrence may not make a noticeable difference, but when this happens hundreds of times over months or years, it can quietly wear down the battery's lifespan much faster than you might expect. That is why experts recommend not waiting until your phone displays a red battery warning or shuts itself off before looking for a charger. Instead, try charging your phone when the battery level is still around 20% to 30%. This range allows the battery cells to operate more comfortably, reduces unnecessary stress, and helps preserve battery capacity over time. By changing just one small habit, you can help your battery stay healthier, last longer, and avoid the premature battery degradation that so many people experience. Mistake number 4. Charging your phone overnight. This is probably the most common habit that almost everyone has done at some point. Before going to bed, you simply plug in the charger. By the next morning, you wake up with a fully charged phone ready for the day ahead. It sounds simple and convenient, but what most people do not realize is that the battery does not sleep with you. After reaching 100%, the phone does not completely stop the charging process. Instead, it continuously maintains the full charge by delivering tiny top-up charges whenever the battery level drops slightly. These small charging cycles happen silently throughout the night. Individually, they are not significant. But when repeated every night, day after day, for years, they can add unnecessary stress to the battery and contribute to faster battery aging. Even worse, if the phone is charged in an enclosed environment, such as under a pillow or on a mattress, heat buildup can make the situation more severe. The good news is that modern technology has started to address this issue. Many devices today come with smart charging features that can learn the user's daily routine. The phone will pause charging at an optimal level and only complete the final charge right before you usually wake up. This way, the battery does not need to stay at 100% for the entire night. If your phone has this feature, turn it on. If not, try to develop the habit of unplugging the charger once the battery reaches a sufficient level, instead of leaving it plugged in overnight. A very small change, but one that can make a big difference to your battery's lifespan in the long run. Mistake number 5. Using your phone while it is charging. One of the most common habits, and also one of the most harmful to your phone's battery, is using the device while it is charging. Almost everyone has done it at some point. Your phone is down to just a few percent battery, but you still want to finish a movie, play one more game, or scroll through social media for a few more minutes. It seems harmless, but in reality, this is one of the things that forces both the battery and the internal components of your phone to work much harder than they should. Think about it this way. When your phone is plugged in, the battery is receiving energy from the charger. At the same time, if you are watching videos, playing games, or running demanding apps, the phone is constantly consuming power. It is like filling a water tank while simultaneously opening the drain valve wide. The battery is forced to charge and discharge at the same time, generating more heat than usual. And heat is one of the biggest enemies of lithium batteries. What many people do not realize is that batteries are not actually afraid of being charged. What they fear most is excessive heat. When a phone remains hot for extended periods, the chemical reactions inside the battery accelerate, causing the battery to age much faster. That is why phones that are frequently used for gaming while charging often experience rapid battery degradation, unusual battery drain, or noticeably shorter battery life over time. This is especially true for graphics-intensive games or high-resolution video streaming, both of which can significantly increase the phone's temperature. At that point, the processor is running at full power, the screen remains brightly lit, and the battery is still being charged. The entire system is under considerable stress. High temperatures can affect more than just the battery. They can also reduce the phone's overall performance. You may notice that the device becomes hotter, responds more slowly, or starts to lag and stutter. In rare cases, if a low-quality charger is being used or the battery is already severely degraded, the risk of electrical faults or overheating may also increase. So what is the best approach? If it is not absolutely necessary, let your phone rest while it is charging. Give the battery 30 to 60 minutes to recharge without having to handle additional demanding tasks. If you must use the phone, try to avoid gaming, watching high-resolution videos, or running multiple heavy applications at the same time. A small change in your daily habits can help your battery last longer, keep your phone cooler, and extend the lifespan of your device for years to come. Many people only learn this after their battery has already degraded. Hopefully, after hearing this, you will think twice before using your phone while it is charging. So, what is the best way to charge your phone battery? It is actually very simple. Try to keep your battery level between 20% and 80% whenever possible. Avoid letting the battery drain completely. Avoid maintaining a full 100% charge for extended periods. Remove your phone case and keep the device cool while charging. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.